You know, many of us suffer from back pain, and unfortunately, relief may sometimes seem impossible. However, today, we get some treatment options.
We've been busy getting our kids ready to back to school, including making sure shot records are up to date. But what about their eyes? What you should be doing now to keep their sight healthy at any age.
Looking to buy a boat at a good price? You may want to head to the Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum in St. Michael's this weekend. Coming up, a preview of the 15th annual boat auction.
And all this humidity has been terrible for our hair, right, Jimmy? What you can do to help keep your flyaways at bay. Delmar Life starts right now.
I just want enough to fly away.
You don't want enough hair to fly away.
Want enough to
I'm
fly
sure
away. I'd be
arranged.
happy with that.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmar Live from historic Studio D.
And we'd also like to welcome our studio audience today.
Do you ever get the feeling? Sometimes you look at people and they think, oh, they're quiet and reserved.
Yeah. And then
then the other shoe drops. I think that's who we got in here today.
Oh, it sounds like it's going to be a fun show. And of course, we've been showing back to school pictures all this week because there have been so many of them. And they're so cute. We want to share a few more with you. Like this one, Danielle Bishop, 9th grade, Joshua Short, 6th grade, Noah Hill, 5th grade, and Landon Savage, 1st grade, all in Laurel, Delaware. Mom's now broke from back to school supplies.
This is Alex Harmon. He's ready in Salisbury for his first day of middle school.
Oh. This is, okay, Denia DeShiel of Central Elementary in Seaford, rocking the green there.
Oh, yeah. Clark Children of Salisbury, Drayvon, 9th grader, Cashmere, 4th grader, and Kaylin is going to kindergarten.
Oh,
nice. You guys look awesome.
Everybody's looking good heading back to school.
You took out your first day pictures, send them to us.
Yeah, because I know some schools haven't even started yet. A lot of the private schools start next week and whatnot. And some schools started last week, so you can send those pictures as well.
We'll still show them off.
We'll take them. You know, there's kind of a serious subject being discussed in Caroline County, and that's how we want to start our hot topics today. I was not aware of this, but apparently in Caroline County, there is no public swimming pool, and there are no swim lessons.
At all?
At all, yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, they did have the American Red Cross. I think it was the American Red Cross was helping out with swim lessons and everything. But because they had to use a private pool, or you know, someone's own backyard pool, they did not have what was needed to make it handicap accessible. So they could no longer give those swim lessons anymore. Well, the leader of the director of the Department of Recreations and Parks in Caroline County is meeting with staff from the YMCA of the Chesapeake to discuss that problem.
Wow.
So something needs to be done, whether they are going to build a pool or what they're going to do. I don't know, but obviously.
And it's a good thing that this is coming around to somebody's doing something about it. You probably remember, I want to say a month and a half, 2 months ago, there were 3 kids that were playing basketball and they drowned when the ball went in the water. So obviously they didn't know how to swim. They knew they didn't know how to swim. We don't know all the details of that story, but geez, let's teach the kids.
Yeah. So you know, if you can, if there's something you can do, give some people some call, do a call or something, help out with that cause, because you definitely need to. Every kid, especially around here, there's water everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to know how to swim.
So if you're in Caroline County, jump in there. Now, speaking of swimming, hopefully that's not going to be the case, but as you know, Hurricane Isaac has already made landfall. As a matter of fact, it's made it twice. And it's pushing New Orleans. They've got that new levee system. They've got a $10 billion pumping system now that's supposed to be weatherproof. These are some of the shots from the damage most recently. They have, Plaquemines Parish is the first one that got hit. Apparently that sticks way out there, and they don't have a whole lot of people there, but they've been pretty much taking it in the nose.
Yeah.
Some of the water has come up over the levees there, and that's what's going on there. Let's see, we've got, the last number that I had was 250,000 homes and businesses in and around New Orleans that are without power right now.
I'm sure that's gone up.
It probably has.
It probably has. So we're keeping them in our thoughts and prayers. This afternoon, of course, you know, Katrina was just so devastating, and the fact that it's 7 years to the day almost.
It is. That amazes me.
That is amazing.
7 years. I didn't realize it'd been that. Wow.
Things are a little calmer on our coast, fortunately.
Yes.
And if you want to help clean up the coast, pre-registration for the 26th annual Delaware Coastal Cleanup is underway. The cleanup is sponsored by the Delaware Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control. Now, this year, more than 40 sites in Newcastle, Kent, and Sussex counties will be targeted for the cleanup from 9 a.m. to noon, September 15th. So they'll mark that on your calendar. Go help out. Last year, cleanup helped collect 10.7 tons of trash from 41 sites. That's a lot of garbage, and that should not be on our beaches. If you'd like some more information about Delaware's coastal cleanup, contact Rachel Coates. There's the number, 302-739-9902, or you can email her. That email address is right there.
And also, if you want to pre-register, you can go online. We've got all that information on delmarforlife.com and find out more about it there. So in Delmar,
yeah,
I didn't know this. Residents of Delmar, Delaware side,
they're
going to go vote later on this year about spending some money to change an old town hall into a new public safety building. The reason being, the police department, it's been on South Pennsylvania Avenue for like over 30 years, I think now, they don't have a holding cell.
Really?
They don't have enough places to put all the police cars inside.
Wait a minute. What do they do when they apprehend someone? You know, you like that, use that big word.
I don't know if there's another building they take them to. I don't know if they have to go to another county. I don't know.
They chain them to the desk or something?
Yeah, stay here. By the way, while you're here, could you fill that up? So they're going to try to take care of that.
Yeah.
It's coming up for referendum November, I believe it is.
Okay.
But that's the Delaware side of Delmar. See if they can get that.
So Caroline County doesn't have a public pool. Delmar on the Delaware side doesn't have a holding cell. We need to jump into action and help this out.
Work this out somehow.
Work it out, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to put some thought to that.
One thing Ocean City now has that it didn't have before, an official song. Remember when we were talking about it? They had a competition to find the official song for Ocean City.
Right.
And there's a winner. They found, actually the winner was announced a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
Chuck Conjar of Rosedale, Maryland, submitted a demo of Ocean City Days that he recorded in his basement.
Can you believe that?
You can only go up from there.
Is
right?
that incredible? So are you going to sing the words?
No, because I don't know them yet.
Well, we have some of them here. His entry beat out 50 others. When I think back to my childhood years, all the happy days that I spent here, packing the car and driving till we reached the golden sands of my Ocean City beach.
Aww.
Great song. Now he beat out 50 other people, and now he's going to have it professionally recorded in a recording studio in Ocean City.
That's awesome.
So it's going to be all over the advertising campaigns and everything like that. So it's
Chuck, you need to come on the show.
Yes, Chuck.
We want to hear it. Chuck, do you hear us? Are there any hunters, any outdoorsmen in the audience?
You guys like to hunt fish?
Outdoors women? Boy, there's some.
Okay, well, this one's for you then.
There
you need to know this.
Just clap anyway.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Cabelas? No, you have never even heard of Cabelas.
I didn't know what Cabelas.
Anybody heard of Cabelas?
Yeah. You know what Cabelas is?
See, Jimmy?
Well, the big deal about this is the reason I didn't know is because there wasn't one around here.
There wasn't one in Delaware, but apparently there is. I guess there's been a group of people trying to get Cabelas in Delaware for several years now. Well, they got their wish, but unfortunately it's up in northern Delaware in Newcastle County.
Right.
They announced that they're going to build a 110,000 square foot store, which if you've ever been to a Cabelas, you know, that's not all that big because they're big, they're huge. Yeah, we were in Michigan over the weekend and saw one that I thought it was the corporate headquarters or something. It was just a store.
It was just a store? That's all?
Store. It was huge. It's going to be along Interstate 95 near the Christiana Mall. But happy for hunters. You know, they like to
access. I mean, it's a little bit of a trip, but
it's a little bit of a
closer
trip.
than it was.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Those stores are fun too. You know, they got the climbing walls and everything.
Oh, you mean this isn't like you go and buy a jacket? They got all kinds of stuff in there.
No, it's like it's a fun place. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of like the Bass Pro Shops.
When is that opening?
Next year.
I'm going to,
2013, which is not that far away.
I was just going to say I'm going to be ill that day, but I might be putting it out there a little bit too far. Summertime, hot, nice today. Are you guys loving these temperatures today?
Nope, not a whole lot of frizz.
No flyaways? Did you hear what the temperature's supposed to be in the morning?
What?
57.
Oh my goodness.
57 degrees. Anyway,
it
almost. Lacey said this morning, "Oh, it's football weather." No.
But
it is getting closer to that time, and of course, when the fall comes around, the beautiful colors Do you guys like to go out and look at the colors when it comes fall?
Oh, the trees.
Good news for you.
That's not local, by the way.
Are you sure? Oh, that was Parsonsburg.
There's the mountains in Parsonsburg, and I missed them?
You haven't seen it? It smells Salisbury. There's a gentleman in Seaford who knows exactly what I'm saying there. Anyway, the good news is scientists are now saying in the Northeast, this should be a beautiful year for all the color because there has been so little rainfall that pushes the chlorophyll out of the leaves early. That's what they're saying. So the Northeast should have an earlier retreat of the chlorophyll. It should be beautiful colors, and that's all according to Donald Leopold, a tree researcher at the State University of New York in Syracuse.
So he must know what he's talking about.
You get paid to look at trees.
You get paid to look
How
at trees.
awesome is
We went
that?
into the wrong business. No, we
Doing
didn't.
the
No, we
wrong
didn't.
thing here.
No, we didn't.
Like that.
I do get the Parsonsburg thing. I learned from Captain Willie that Parsonsburg is the highest setting ground in Wycomico County.
I'm not sure that wasn't it. I could be wrong.
No, you could be wrong.
Has anybody ever brought up the conversation with you about the polar ice caps and the ice melt and how it's such a horrible thing? And you've wondered, how do I respond to this? How do I, what do I say? How do I take a stance?
Yeah, yeah.
We got a graphic here we want to show you real quick. If you look at this now, if you look closely, you'll see an orange line. This is where the ice was just last year at the North Pole.
Oh, really?
The white patch you see is where it is now. That's how quickly it is melting. They had some figures here how much they said. Since measuring by satellite in 1979, it's the biggest loss ever. We're not at peak melt season yet.
Oh, wow.
So there's going to be even more melt off of what you're seeing there. So if you're wondering why is this such a big deal, just a real quick thumbnail of this is the more ice that melts, the more temperature change in the water, the more temperature change in the oceans, the more tendency to change the currents, like the Gulf Stream. The currents are what help control the weather.
Which means hurricanes
and
tsunamis and things like that.
And worse blizzards and things like that.
Oh.
So that's why it's such a big deal. A lot of people saying, global warming's no big thing.
Yeah.
That's not true.
We won't get into whether it's natural or man-made. Back in 2009, a Talbot family was displaced twice by fire. I don't know if you remember this. It was December in 2009. The family lived in Oxford. Their house caught on fire. It's an accidental fire caused by electrical problems, right? So they moved to another house, and 18 days later, that house burned down. And in fact, the mother and grandmother who were living there actually were severely injured and spent some time in the burn units in Baltimore. Okay, fast forward to now. The 10-year-old girl, Marion Hadaway is her name. There she is right there, and that dog, his name is Indy, for Indiana Jones. Indy is a service dog because Marion, not surprising, has post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Okay, from the fires.
I mean, she went through a lot, and she spent a lot of time in the burn unit and things like that. The only problem is the German Shepherd is $5,000. They've been having little fundraisers, selling ice cream and things like that.
And this is an actual service dog. It's not just a puppy.
It's not. No. It's an 8-month-old German Shepherd. He helps her with all of her, issues caused by the post-traumatic stress syndrome. $5,000 for the dog. The family has already raised $3,000. They're just a little short, a couple thousand short. So they're having some fundraisers. There's a fund set up for them, and I would like to direct you all to our website, delmarvalife.com, so that we can put some information on there so you can help little Marion Hadaway, because I just can't imagine if it was 2009, so she was like 7 years old when it happened. So I can imagine she's dealing with a lot. So she needs Indy, so help her out.
Service dog is the perfect thing.
Yes.
Well, still to come on Delmar Life, would you know if your child was having trouble with their eyes? And when do they need to start getting their eyes checked? Well, we've got a complete lesson on eye care for kids next.
And later, ladies, how many times have you just been fed up with the frizz this summer? How you can smooth out those strands, plus other quick fixes for lovely locks? Delmar Life starts right now.
I think I knew her.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. And your local York and Mitsubishi dealers.